9 with part 2 of the story of the fallen giant as we finish this bulletin tonight. Enjoy it and enjoy the rest of our programming.
Wakasema watakuwa natukata 20% na tukukubaliana nao. Then after that tukaenda unpaid leave. Unpaid leave after hiyo tena wakatukata 70%.
Tuko na familia tunaumia kwa nyumba. We want our money. Si eti ni pesa yenye tunawakopa, ni pesa yetu tumefanyia kazi. Ukiona kai uniform ni ya bakery.
So 50% ya unpaid na 20% COVID. Ovicha alikuwa anasema hiyo COVID watachangia watu wenye wameaffectiwa. Ovicha tuko na kufanya kitu kama hiyo.
We want our money. Na hii demonstration si eti ni ya mwisho. Hii ndio kianzio. Tumeanzia saa hii. We are warning you even tomorrow next week hadi mfunge maduka mkitaka kufunga ndio tujue imeanguka muende na pesa yetu. Lakini before tunafanya demonstration kila duka. We are coming to your headquarters Mombasa Road. Mfunge vile mlifunga siku nyingine. Tutapita na nyinyi, tunataka pesa. Period.
January 23rd, year 2015, Daniel Githua, who was the first CEO in the 25-year history of Tuskys supermarket, was fired by the company's family for allegedly breaching his contract of employment. In a letter, the company's board of directors stated lack of respect to stakeholders as well as poor performance of the company compared to previous years. In this video, some family members of Tuskys' founder are captured kicking out Mr. Githua, accusing him of defying the letter of termination.
Get out. Toka.
Tuskys' family accused Mr. Githua of hiding the fact that he was the majority owner of Artemis Outsourcing, a company that recruits the retail chain's employees. However, Daniel Githua was reinstated as the retailer's CEO later in 2016.
Inapata tuseme one of the directors pia ni main supplier. Ana import vitu kutoka ngambo, anazileta from insider, anasema zinalipwa cash na hizo vitu zake si vitu zinauza.
Wakaleta mambo ya JKLP, hiyo unasoma online. Tuliambiwa at the end of that course tutapatiwa ma certificates. Walisema wamelink na Riara.
If these people were people of integrity, if they had competent managers, I am pretty sure they would have managed the loss. Because every business can go through a loss period. But a comeback, it's the management and the integrity of the person who is managing this business.
Because no one of the directors is the one who was liaised with this CEO. Anaitwa Mkua. He's the one who was liaised with the directors. In a way, that liaised with the CEO. In a way, like, I don't know, because he's the one who was like overall in charge of other directors. Because now you see when a solution was trying to be found, unashtukia, they have sat down as a team. But then there's one person who is saying, I'm not going to sell. There's a time they wanted to sell shares, you remember? And now they sat down, these directors, I think in the presence of the CEO. But one of them, aka withdraw, akasema, no, we know what is happening here. What is happening here, unless I'm told where these 20 billion shillings went, that's when I'm going to sign a paper.
the management never used to take responsibility, because if I tell you why I was fired, I had actually taken a day off, and then I got a phone call in the evening. I've been summoned to the HQ.
Then they came with another solution. At CG, there's a letter from, there's a funding from Mauritius that is coming to come and so that at least the normal business may run. Then, I don't know, along the way, I think they were given 500 million shillings. The funding was almost 2 billion shillings. Your 500 million is what was given to us. Unalipwa tu pesa kidogo, unaenda unapata account 3,000 shillings. Mwingine 4,000, mwingine 6,000. After waiting for all that long.
And after a back and forth, when you're finally given the show cause letter, the things that you're being told are those, you're told that the shop was overstocked or understocked. So you see, the management never used to take responsibility. When you tell them that this supply is not supplying, they ask you who told you so.
Kuna hizo checks walikuwa na sign ati mali wamereceive mali hizo, yani wamereceive hiyo pesa, wana sign hizo check, pesa inalipwa, lakini inalipwa kwa kitu haijakuwa supplied, na hiyo cheki ishaandikwa na pesa imetolewa, lakini hakuna mali imekuwa supplied.
So I can say outrightly that those two people are the ones who have brought a downfall to Tuskys. It is clear and open. Even if you talk to the workers, even most of them may not just come out in public and speak. But even if you talk to them, those two people are the ones who have brought a big downfall to the growth of Tuskys. They are the ones who have sat down, squandered money. I don't know what they have done. At the end of the day, a very big super brand like Tuskys, which has helped so many people, including me, is crumbling down. I'm not praying for Tuskys to fall, because it has served me anyway. And I'm happy that I worked with them all that long. But even if it is to come back to where it was, I think it will take so many years. I see a very thin future. That's what I can say.
So wakubwa kama CEO amekuwa yeye ndio anafaa kusimamia kampuni, lakini ako na kampuni nje, bado ndio yeye anaandika hao watu, so analeta watu wake pale, hao watu wake ndio wamekuwa siphon money kutoka kwa kampuni.
The moment they now came and began to incriminate the employees, that was where the problem with the Tuskys began. So, but Tuskys may come back to the limelight, but I think it will take too long. It's not something that will take one day or two. There are people who have just left jobs. They walked away. Like now, if you go to the shops, your partner line mzima, it has one person, two people. Many people go this kind, they left jobs. Many people are terminated without pay. Many people you see, mpaka leo, there is court confrontations. That is what has brought problems. But I don't think it may come back to light, but it might take too long.
Kuna wenye wanatumia fare. Ilifikia mahali mpaka uwezi enda kwa nyumba, ukitoka kazi ulipe watchman. Hao wanakuwa wanaeka magari inaekwa kwa nini, kwa parking town. Unalipa watchman, ulale kwa gari. So ina imagine unajaribu kusave pesa, ulale at least 3 days per week. Hiyo ufike nyumbani, unalala kwa gari, uende job. Ndio sasa haya, upige absent, uende ufanye kibarua at least, ndio uweze kuendelea kupata fare kwenda kazini. Lakini mshahara tumekuwa tukidanganywa next week haijaifika.
Like if you look at other branches like Nakuma, Tuchumi, there's a time that reached, even the employees were selling merchandise up to line. But it has never happened with the workers of Tuskys. So easy, even the security firms, they went for a cold strike. Unatoka tu kwa shop usachiwe. Ukiambia soja kwa mlango wa kusearch, anasema we were told not to search people by their management. Kwa sababu even them themselves, they are not getting paid for the work they are doing. Now tell me, if as an employee I take advantage of that, how many things will I pick from the shop and go with them at home? It's too embarrassing for you people to treat us in that manner.
If you say that product, that supply is not delivering, they tell you to order for a substitute product. When you order for the substitute product, you know when a customer is used to one thing, if they're used to having ugali with jogoo flour, even if you bring another, let's say like, let me not name any other product, but you bring another substitute that they are not comfortable with, they will not buy that product. So that is where you find that now you have an overstock. So now when the management comes, they are going to tell you you have an understock and an overstock. But this is already created by the fact that the supply is not paid.
In 2016, 2 directors of Tuskys chain of supermarkets were charged with stealing over 1.6 billion shillings from the company. Stephen Mukuha Kamau and George Kamau are alleged to have committed the offense in Nairobi on diverse dates. The two were released on a cash bail of 1 million Kenyan shillings. In 2017, Nakumatt and Tuskys supermarkets presented a major request to the Competition Authority of Kenya in an attempt to rescue struggling Nakumatt supermarket. However, it was a merger that never happened after Tuskys shareholder Yusuf Mugweru, through lawyer Philip Murgo, objected to the proposed merger. Yusuf Mugweru, the fourth-born of the 7 siblings, claimed that he was never consulted or provided with information regarding the proposed merger. Yet Kenyan law requires all shareholders of a firm to unanimously consent to such a transaction.
So kuna watu wameteseka na wengine hata vitu zao zikauzwa mpaka na landlords juu anataka kurecover pesa yake. Kuna wengine mabibi wametoroka. Juu hiyo shida wamepitia, bibi anaona afadhali nenda kwetu. Yaani amekuacha tu hivyo, amepotea. Huwezi jua bado kama ako town amechukuliwa na mtu mwingine ama ameenda kwao. Kuna watu wamesumbuka hivyo. Kuna wenye mpaka yani wajamaa wanafikia mwisho, yani anafikiria kujitoa uhai. Kama kuna mwingine aliseviwa na majirani. Bibi ametoroka. Watoto watoto walikuwa na wasichana wakubwa. Wasichana wametoka wameenda sijui ni maboyfriend wamepata. Wanajaribu kutafuta kitu ya kula. Jamaa yeye hana nyumba, alifungiwa, alipata kwanza hiyo siku kufuli. Akabomoa dirisha akaingia. Landlord akaenda akaambiwa kuna dirisha yako imebomoa, lakini kufika ndani alipata jamaa alikunywa sumu hapo. Majirani ndio walikuja kumuokoa.
Especially some on the CEO and the finance manager, how they used to put up, not even right now, from like 2 years ago, how they were putting up plots along Thika Road. And when they say that money is being embezzled, it is not a lie. It is something that has been going on. The people in HQ have been embezzling money. I'm not saying it is the CEO only. It is not the CEO only, or it's not the finance manager only. People at the HQ, at the DC, have been embezzling money, and that is why right now there is no money to pay suppliers, there's no money to pay rent, there's no money to pay staff, because all the money that used to come in because of sales has gone to other things. So no matter the PR that they do, no matter the stage managing that they do, right now they say they are holding meetings with creditors, they are holding meetings with suppliers, but the trust is already broken. The point that they are in right now, they don't have the upper hand. All their hands have been played right now. So for them to come back, it will take a miracle. It will take an act of God for Tuskys to come back. But I think it will be honorable for them to at least pay the staff, because these guys are still running their branches. If you've heard the stories from last week or this week, you've heard how people have been paying themselves salaries, because it has gotten to a point where there is no hope. You know, 2 months you feel that maybe there is hope that things will get better. But when you get to the 5th month, you're almost coming to the close of the year, and there is nothing. That is why people are getting to desperate measures. So I don't think Tuskys will come back, and if it does, it will be a miracle.
Hotpoint Appliances filed a petition against Tuskys Supermarket, seeking to liquidate the supermarket chain over debt. The petition was heard at the Commercial and Tax Division of the High Court in Milimani, Nairobi. The appliance company said the supermarket failed to pay up despite a repeated request, leaving the company no option other than suing. However, the High Court allowed Tuskys and Hotpoint 45 days to negotiate outside the court.
Right now, there is supplier debt, but in real sense, it's not like Tuskys has not been selling. It has been selling, but where has this money been going? That's why I mentioned this FlexPay. This money was not going directly to Tuskys, but the goods were going out of the shop. So the money was not going to Tuskys directly. So the management person I told you that came out under this that story was because that money was embezzled. In real sense, the money that went to Tuskys was never the same that came into FlexPay. Yeah. So that's why you will find suppliers have not been paid, because the money that was actually sold is not there in real sense. Yeah, when you look at sales, you've made sales, but cash back, there's no cash back, because that lipa pole pole used to take a lot of sales, because when you look at a shop, furniture, electronics, those are the things that make most of the sales. So, and those are the things that are under that FlexPay. So when that cash is not coming back, that's why you will find that this supply is not being paid.
With these employees mentioning the company by the name FlexPay for a number of times, we wanted to know how was their relationship with Tuskys Supermarket. Some of the employees alleged that some suppliers, especially those who sold items such as furniture and electronics, did it on credit terms. Once in Tuskys stores, some customers were able to purchase the goods in installments. This was after Tuskys sought the services of a software company, FlexPay. But once goods were purchased, they say, the monies never saw light of the day. It became a sickening cycle that will make it impossible for the retail giant to pay the creditors. In this response sent to Mboni team after we told them of the allegations, a FlexPay official said,
"Hi Samuel. Like we had stated earlier in our previous email, FlexPay enables merchants in different industries to boost sales by enabling customers to pay for goods and services in flexible and affordable amounts over stipulated time frame. As such, all products delivered by our merchants, Tuskys included, are settled immediately to the merchants according to contractual guidelines, and all documentation is kept. We are not even aware of the allegations below. Therefore, we categorically say false, false, yes. Thanks."
If you do not pay your workers well, you're exposing them to these products. How are you going to curb theft by servant? If I don't pay you in time, I'm living in a rented house where I'm supposed to be to pay my rent by the 5th, and then you give me my salary on the 10th. So that means my morale is down. So these 5 days that I'm waiting for my salary, I'm not even concentrating on my work because I'm like, I do not know whether when the time I go back home, I will be having somewhere to lay my head.
With all eyes directed to the retail's management, we knocked doors at the headquarters along Nairobi-Mombasa Highway. We wanted to have a word with Daniel Githua, Tuskys' Chief Executive Officer, but he was not in his office. After getting his email address with the help of this man, we sent an email to Mr. Githua mentioning the employee's allegations, as well as requesting an on-camera interview for him to comment on the same. However, after 1 week without any response, we head back to the head office hoping that he would be around. But again, he was nowhere to be seen. After another week, we knock doors again at the headquarters. This time, we find an empty reception. Why are they not willing to comment about the future of Tuskys? As this episode goes on air, no one had responded to our emails, both the Chief Executive Officer Daniel Githua and Tuskys supermarket analyst Stephen Malwa.
Tunaenda Kasarani ama KICC, tunashukuru Mungu kwa kazi ya Tuskys, lakini siku hizi hii hakuna, hiyo walitoa.
For those who had the pleasure of being part of the Tuskys fraternity, the experiences they had, whether bad or good, will not escape their minds anytime soon.
If Tuskys want to, they can have a comeback because it's not all lost. What you do is you count your losses. Can I be able to start all over again? Can they? Yes, they can. Is this a matter? Yeah, it would mean that they'll close up a few branches and then go back to re-strategize, get their financials right, and management. It is important to get competent managers. If it is human resource, don't get just anybody.
For Tuskys supermarket, maybe this is the end of the road, or maybe there will be a comeback. Either way, for employees and the customers, they'll have to wait, hoping that tomorrow things will be better. Reporting for TV47, my name is Samuel J. Wainaina.